Hey, what's going on, people? Ali here with another X report. This week we're going to be covering Shadowloo Night Live Round 8, which happened at the M9 bar at Galactic Circus. So hang in there and you'll find out what went down at this week's SNL. First up, we got Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which was the first tournament played at SNL. They had a decent amount of competitors. I know it's a brand new game, and when Street Fighter 4 came out, there was a huge number of players. Street Fighter Cross Tekken hasn't had that impact yet, but he's hoping that there's still a lot of players hidden at home practicing. But nevertheless, great turnout, and we had a few new faces and some old faces come down. For those who went to SNL last week, Shadowloo Toxie took that out. Firo coming second. This week, Firo barely made it into the top 8, I believe. I don't have the results with me right now. But as Shadowloo Toxie went back-to-back wins, using his team of Ryu and Relento, Naruga, first time at Shadowloo Night Live, at least for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, managed to come second. He defeated Toxie in the winners bracket to send him to losers, but Toxie made it out of losers to defeat Naruga twice in a row to win the whole thing. Carnage, also his first time competing for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but an SNL regular, managed to come third. He used a team of Ryu and Sagat, very original, but effective. So well done to Carnage, Naruga, and Toxie. And for those who want to know Naruga's team, he was using a team of Chun-Li and Juri, two characters he also uses in the Street Fighter 4 series. So well done to those guys. And it's great to see some Street Fighter 4 players and non-Street Fighter 4 players crossing over to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It's going to be interesting to see how the game actually develops over the next few weeks, and especially before Shadowloo Showdown. So those who are winning right now, we may not even see in the top 32 at Shadowloo Showdown. So, keep practicing, and I look forward to seeing everyone's technology at the next SNL. Next up, we have Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition 2012, the game with the longest name in the fighting game community right now. Well done, Capcom. And top 3 for that game, we had Jeff, aka Basemaster. First time at an SNL event, he was actually tricked into coming to an event. His friends told him, his friends being Keylock and Yusuke, told him that they're going to take him out to lunch, and ended up sneaking him out to SNL, and he ended up winning the whole event, which is great to see. So well done to Basemaster, went undefeated in the whole tournament, taking out Shadowloo Toxie in the winners final and the grand final. Shadowloo Toxie, of course, coming second using Akuma. And third place was Firo, who, he came first at the last SNL. This week, not as much, maybe putting too much practice into Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But third place is still a very reasonable place. Ended up taking out Carnage along the way, someone he hasn't beaten in quite a few tournaments recently. So well done to Firo. And Jeff, one of the sharpest Chun-Li's we've seen in a while. I know we don't have much Chun-Li practice, but coming up to Shadowloo Showdown, if Jeff keeps practicing, he's going to be one of the biggest surprises at the event, I think. A lot of people are watching Shang Tsung from Sydney and Toxie from Melbourne and a few others, but if Basemaster comes down and he doesn't choke in tournament under tournament pressure, I believe he'll make top 8, even with the international players around. Moving on to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, one of the hypest events at SNL. Too bad it doesn't have a huge amount of players, but it's still a new game. He's hoping that more people start playing it, maybe picking it up for cheap and giving it a go, because it's a great game. All right, so moving on to results, we have in third place Solid Steph, someone who hasn't finished in top 3 yet. He's finished in 4th and 5th quite a few times, but never made the top 3. So well done to him, using a really weird team of Beautiful Joe, Frank West, and Doctor Strange. Look out for Solid Steph. You might have recognized the name from Street Fighter 4, a really dominating Rufus player back in the day, and he's also moved on to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where he's doing really well. So across all 3 games, Solid Steph, a force to be reckoned with. Look out for that name. And in second place, we had Shadowloo Toxie, who was defeated by Ant-Man, one of his, probably, I wouldn't say nemesis, but one of his biggest opponents at SNL events. They both used the same team for quite a few weeks, but now Ant-Man has moved on to a team of Wolverine, Wesker, and Akuma, an old school vanilla team from the early Marvel vs. Capcom 3 days, and it seems to be working very well for him, taking out Toxie in winners and in grand final. So as you heard before, Ant-Man taking the whole championship. Toxie defeated with his team of Virgil, Wesker, and Hawkeye. So bad luck to Toxie, but top 3 in basically all 3 games. And the only game he hasn't taken out was Soul Calibur. He hasn't made top 3 in that. Doesn't take it as seriously as the others, but still likes to compete in it. And now, as for the top 3 in Soul Calibur, third place we had Woody, who is a Tekken player. The Tekken guys should know who Woody is. Uses Yoshimitsu also in... Well, I don't think he uses him in Tekken, but he's using him in Soul Calibur. In second place, we had Eclair, who is one of the ambassadors of the Soul Calibur community here in Melbourne, probably Australia, and using Lexia, as you guys might have known, made famous by Kayane, one of the most popular Soul Calibur players out there, and female fighting game players. And in first place, we had Alex MD. How can I forget that? Alex MD using Mitsurugi. Started off with Natsu, but now switched to Mitsurugi, and he's won SNL Soul Calibur tournaments 2 weeks in a row. Speaking of Soul Calibur, there's a pretty big event coming up called Video Games Unplugged. It's going to be involving Namco Bandai and the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. There's going to be a qualifier to compete at that event. The qualifier is going to be held at Couch Warriors Fighters Festival. All the details will be in the description below. Basically, if you qualify, the top 4 will be playing on stage with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. Two players each day. The winner's going to walk away with some cool prizes thanks to Bandai Namco. Yeah, so if you want a chance to be that person and play Soul Calibur in front of, I don't know, a huge amount of fans, plus Melbourne Symphony Orchestra basically playing the music that you're battling to, which is, how often you're going to get that, then definitely check out the links below. Not to mention, the guys from GameSpot Australia will be covering the event, so definitely come down, get your face on TV or in some pictures, and maybe have your name in lights one day, just like Justin Wong or Daigo or Kayane, since we're talking about Soul Calibur. Another big event to look out for is Shadowloo Showdown 2012, happening on May 4th to May 6th at the CQ Hotel in the Melbourne CBD. Definitely check that out if you're a fighting game fan. Gonna have all the major fighting games, plenty of prize money on the line, plenty of players, a huge number of setups, international players coming from all over the world. So again, if you're a fighting game fan and you don't come to Shadowloo Showdown, then something's definitely wrong with you. Alright, hope to see you guys there. Alright, that's it for Shadowloo Night Live Round 8 wrap-up. Hopefully, by the next one, I'll actually have the top 8 papers with me, so a bit more comprehensive recap, and some photos. As long as I have Soul come with me and take some photos, then yeah, this is like a promo episode. Hopefully, it goes well. If it didn't, leave it in the comments. Let me know. See what can we improve on. How can we make it better? Do you want me to leave the internet? Whatever it is, just let me know down in the comments below.